Hello everyone. Today's session is about the server agent and the hybrid cloud. So before we talk about the hybrid cloud, let's talk about the internet. So you can see at the top, that's the internet backbone, and then you have data center, which is a very fat pipe into the backbone, and then the ISP, which is your internet service provider, and then coming back down to your local office, which is a very thin pipe compared to the other pipes. The contrast here is in the local area network, like the Ethernet, it's a very fat pipe, just local to the building here. Typically you have gigabits, network, but the connection, the weakest link is the in between your ISP and the building, the pipe going into the building, and the connection there to the internet, right? So when the internet is so thin, 20 years ago, it was, companies like American Online. And once that link started to get thicker, you have the .com, and then now, getting a little bit more thicker, now the cloud started of the cloud migration. So, but it doesn't matter how thick it is, as the current stage is still thinner than the pipe at the local area network, and then thinner than the pipe between the data center and the internet backbone. So that triggers a lot of the cloud services that's hosted in the data center, and then you have a lot of the vertical app from the local area network moving into the data center. So with that as a background, I'm going to talk about the server agent. So the server agent is trying to facilitate the data migration, file server migration between the local office and the data center when the pipe, between you and the ISP, the internet service provider, still, it's getting thicker, it's getting there, but not quite. So when you are looking at the file server agent, you are going to see that there's a cloud access service. So basically it runs on a Windows server. The Windows server could be all the way back to 2003 to 2012, and then it runs as a service in the background. And then there are two main functionalities. It can first synchronize folders in between the cloud and local. And the second thing is it can synchronize the Active Directory identity between the cloud and local. So when you are at the attached backup section, you can see the stop sync that's detached, and then you can see the local drive my share folder is synchronized, attached to the cloud, right? So you can always start, attaching a cloud to backup. It's just not for backup, but also making it available in the cloud. You can also take a look at the task manager to see, what are the tasks that's currently being run. You can also go to the cloud, right? So then the CentreStack solution, it can be running in the data center away from your file server. You want to have some kind of a hybrid mode that the local file server is synchronized to the data center. So when it's synchronized to the data center, it's closer to the internet backbone. So it's, from performance wise, it's going to be faster for people outside of the building to access. So to get started, let's log in as a tenant. So the file server agent belongs to the tenant. A tenant is like an organization, a client of yours. You have some users. So now let's go to the user manager first. So you can see the import users from server agent. So these are the Active Directory groups that you can see from the file server agent, and then that Active Directory, that infrastructure is away from the CentreStack server, right? But the server agent can help you connect those. You can also go into the team folder, and then there's a remote file server section, and then the server agent is showing up. So the team folder, so that's the folder synchronization, and then the folder synchronization is typically targeted at the existing network share, because for the existing network share, it's already a team folder when people are collaborating in the local area network over that fat, gigabit network, local area network. But now we can take that folder, synchronize it upwards to the data center, which is closer to the internet backbone. So then when people are outside of the office, then they can access that CentreStack files and folders directly, right? So then it becomes a hybrid mode. So it's kind of, it copies and synchronizes the file server to the cloud and have a hybrid local and remote. Local for the local performance and remote for the remote performance. Thank you.